Welcome back. In an exclusive interview to NDTV, Indian cricket's man of the moment Virat Kohli says that he made a few mistakes but did not change at heart because that's what keeps him going. Indian cricket's man of the moment Virat Kohli was today unveiled as the new ambassador for ICC's initiative with a non-profit organization called Room to Read, which promotes literacy and gender equality. NDTV's Amitoj Singh spoke exclusively to the Indian cricket team's vice captain about his initiative and his own performances over the last few weeks.
He's been called the man who's kept India afloat many a times in the last few matches that India have played. And Virat Kohli is joining us now. Thank you so much, Virat, for joining us. You're out here for a special event, in coordination with the ICC, Room to Read. Is this something that you ever thought you'd be doing?
Well, not as a kid for sure, but obviously when you grow up, when you sort of become a little bit of inspiration for small kids, you really want to come and help them, and through this initiative I can come and interact with the kids, which is a great opportunity for me and them as well, to get some sort of interaction and inspire them to do whatever they want in life.
Well, we just saw a kid taking an autograph of yours, and he sort of knew almost everything about you. Is that something that shocks you?
Well, yeah, it does. As a kid, I used to know everything about my favorite cricketers, and now I see kids know...
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying. I used to know everything, like everything possible. And now I see kids, know stuff about me, so it feels good.
All right. Just to talk about the Indian cricket team, you're at a stage that 1 year back, a lot of people would have said that, okay, I don't see him going out there. Did you see yourself reaching out here as a cricketer, as a personality, as an advertising brand? I mean, the whole works.
Well, yes. You need to have some sort of self-belief to go forward, and a lot of people criticized, the way I used to be off the field. I did make a few mistakes, but I don't think I've changed my personality at all, or what I was back then. I'm still the same person at heart. So it's all about making your own identity in what you are, and not changing yourself because of what people want you to be. I mean, you rather become someone because of who you are, rather than changing for someone else. So I think that gives you a lot more satisfaction rather than reaching to a stage by changing yourself. I mean, I haven't changed myself at all, and I really feel good about it.
I have to say that you have changed yourself for this one reason, that there was a time when you scored 100 and your reaction was so emphatic, and then some people said that, okay, his reaction is like he's won the match for India. But in the last few matches, when you scored your 100, you have stayed on track. The reaction has not come till the time you've hit the winning runs. That is something different. That is a new Virat Kohli, isn't that?
Well, obviously you learn every day, you try to improve every day, and if you throw your wicket away at important times for the team, it doesn't help the team's cause. So the main priority for everyone in the team is to make the team win first, and to put the team in a position that there's no looking back and there's no sort of pressure after that. So I said that in a press conference as well. I was getting out on 110, 115, and I really wanted to make sure I don't get out in the 40th, 42nd over, and why not get a big one and make the team win if I can. So I decided to apply myself more. Even after the 100, I just told myself back to zero and just start over again. This is not done, and unless you put the team in a winning situation, you're not making any mistakes now anymore.
I guess that your goal was to keep going, but now you got one T20 and the IPL coming up. What's your immediate goal in those matches, except for obviously scoring hundreds, etc., etc.?
Well, the main aim always has been to enjoy myself as much as I can on the field, because that sort of keeps you going, and while you're batting, you're motivated anyway, and it's very important when you're on the field, enjoy each and every moment of it, and I'm looking to do that every day, and every game I play, looking forward.
We're out here at a library set up by the ICC in an MCD school out here in Delhi. Now, this is the last place I would have thought I would meet Virat Kohli, but anyway, I would want to ask you one question. As an Indian cricketer, the youngest, one that's been called the next big thing, what is your one message for the children of the country?
Well, my one message is whatever you want to do with full passion and work really hard towards it, because only you know that what you want to do in life, and no one else can force you to do something. And it should be that way. If you want to really get into education, get into it big time. If you want to get into sports, get into it big time. Don't look anywhere else at all. I mean, there are going to be a few distractions, but if you can be true to yourself as much as possible and true to what you want to do, you'll be successful for sure.
Well, there's no doubt he's been successful. So, children of the country, please listen to him. This is Amitoj Singh in New Delhi for NDTV.
Well, all of you aspiring to get into the Indian cricket team, hope you all were listening. Staying with cricket, Australia is on the verge of losing their first one-day series to the West Indies in 17 years after Kieran Pollard's 70-ball 102 gave the hosts a 2-1 lead in the 5-match series with one game left to play after the third ODI had ended in a tie.
Adrian Bharat, playing his first match of the series, took the attack to the Australian bowlers early on with a 31-ball 41 that included 9 boundaries. However, the real damage was done by Kieran Pollard, who blasted his way to a 69-ball 100. The Mumbai Indian was at his ruthless best as he had 5 boundaries and 8 sixes in his knock of 102 of just 70 balls. West Indies, who haven't won a bilateral one-day series against top-rank opposition in almost 4 years, finished with 294 for 7 from their 50 overs. David Warner, the one man who can match Pollard pound for pound, fell in just the second over, having made just 1. David Hussey tried his best to keep the former world champions in the game with a 54-ball 57 that included 7 boundaries. Brett Lee, who went for 72 runs from his 10 overs, tried to exact some revenge on the West Indies bowlers with 5 sixes in his knock of 59. However, the visitors kept losing wickets at regular intervals and eventually fell short by 42 runs as West Indies took an unassailable 2-1 series lead.
And taking us away from the sports field, it's World Tuberculosis Day today, and it comes with a grim reminder from experts that one child dies every minute due to tuberculosis, and the numbers are increasing sharply. Experts now say there is a need to develop better vaccines to fight TB that kills so many children.
Children's ward with respiratory infections. A majority of cases are tuberculosis. Childhood TB is on the rise. Over the last 5 years, the numbers have risen steadily. In 2005, 59,846 pediatric TB cases were reported. In 2007, it rose to 79,997 cases, and by 2010, the number shot up to 90,190 cases of children getting TB. The main worry is that the BCG vaccine given to children soon after birth is no longer effective.
Our difficulty is that the current BCG vaccine is useful against serious forms of TB in children, but not against all types of disease. And therefore, a better vaccine is required. Now, that better vaccine could be an improved BCG, but even more important than that is a booster vaccine, so that the adult tuberculosis comes down. When the pool of tuberculosis in the country comes down, children will also get less infected.
Without the cover provided by the vaccine, children are now at greater risk of contracting the disease. Besides, there are other challenges. It is difficult to diagnose the infection in infants. Unable to cough up sputum along with inaccurate blood tests leave many children undiagnosed and untreated, and therefore fatal.
So a way forward is the science is developing, let some new vaccine come.
Till then, children need to be tracked even more closely to ensure the infection is caught and treated on time. In New Delhi, Mahua Chaudhary for NDTV.
And finally, a sneak peek into what's happening in Bollywood. The Friday release of the Saif Kareena movie Agent Vinod has had mixed reviews. Here's a quick look.
According to the Times of India, Saif Ali Khan pulls off the suave and sophisticated secret agent with panache. He has good screen presence and looks confident and convincing. Playing a spy herself, Kareena Kapoor boasts of a decent role and sufficient screen time. According to the India Today, keeping a light tone is the toughest thing to do for a filmmaker. One wrong step and the laughs turn into sniggers. For most part, Agent Vinod manages to be cool. And according to the DNA, Agent Vinod is Sriram Raghavan's ode to the spy genre, his continued love affair with 70s Hindi cinema, and a genuine attempt at entertaining in a sensible manner. But it just doesn't work. It's not campy enough to be fun, not intelligent enough to be taken seriously, and not entertaining enough to override the first 2 points. According to the Rediff.com, as a game, Agent Vinod would be sensational and tremendous fun. As a film, on the other hand, Agent Vinod must be termed as a disappointment. A slick and a well-produced throwback to the spy thriller that feels both overlong and underconceived. Sure, it's glossy and gun-filled and looks shiny enough to be from Hollywood, and while that might be Farhan Akhtar's wet dream, one expects both a sense of humor and most critically, actual cleverness from Sriram Raghavan. And according to Bollywood Hungama, Agent Vinod is a high-octane espionage thriller with a heart. It is not just brawny and dynamic, but witty and crazy too. Ultra slick and stylish, this Desi Bond movie adheres to the formula and succeeds in meeting the humongous expectations. Agent Vinod has all the potential to develop into a triumphant franchise.
Well, that is all we have for you on News Tonight. Stay tuned to NDTV Hindu for more news and updates.